ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. This is Gordon Foley along with Buddy Colt, and we are coming to you live from the Eddie Graham Sports Stadium, where tonight we will crown a brand new Championship Wrestling from Florida heavyweight champion. All right, good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to the Eddie Graham Sports Stadium, where tonight we are going to be seeing all of the Florida championships on the line. Starting it off right here, we've got the Destroyers here in the ring, and they're going to be taking on the reigning Florida Tag Team Champions, Steve Kern, Stan Lane, the Fabulous Ones. And, buddy, tonight we crown a brand new Florida State Heavyweight Champion. Oh, indeed we do, and I'm very much excited, looking forward to that, because as we all know, Lex Luger recently won the NWA World Championship. It was just over 2 weeks ago now. It was at the Battle of the Belts here in Daytona, Florida. Lex Luger walked in as the challenger against the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and he walked out as the heavyweight champion. We're very proud of him, but as such, he's had to relinquish the Florida State Championship, and that's up for grabs tonight in our main event. We're going to see 8 of the top names in the state of Florida competing in an all-out war. It'll be an over-the-top rope battle royal. The last man standing will be the Florida Heavyweight Champion. That's going to be one you won't want to miss. As we take a look at the NWA Florida Tag Team Championship title, that's what these two teams are going to be competing for in our opening contest. Well, I'll tell you right now, the the Fabulous Ones, ever since they came into the state of Florida, really been lighting things up, and they've gone straight to the top of the ladder. They are the tag team champions, and the fans love them. I think it's going to be very exciting to see how they do against a team like these Destroyers. These guys have a pretty strong reputation, not necessarily the greatest win-loss record, but they're capable of winning a match like this, and we could have new tag team champions before this night is over. Well, we definitely could, and I don't think Stan Lane and Steve Kern will be taking them very lightly. These are trained, polished professionals, and they know that the Destroyers are, in fact, a threat. The Destroyers have been around for a long time. They've gone up against the best of the best, and they've learned. The Destroyers definitely not above bending the rules to get a victory either, so The Fabs are going to have to really have eyes in the back of their heads for this one. Watch each other's backs very carefully.
As we take a look at the Florida Tag Team titles, that is what these two teams will be competing for here in our opening contest. We'll also see Tyree Pride in action later on this evening as he defends the Bahamas Championship. That ought to be another tremendous match. Steve Kern now up in the air with Destroyer number 1, and he comes down with a gutbuster. Steve Kern with a flying elbow. Kern early on really giving it to the Destroyer. He's not giving any opportunity to him to get started up here. They're going to try and dictate the tempo of the match, no doubt about it. And already the double team coming by the Fabulous Ones, and this is one of those things they do as well as anyone and better than most. And now we see Stan Lane into this match for the first time. Stan Lane is a young man who's just as lethal with his feet as he is with his hands. Trained in the mixed martial arts, and he can do a lot of damage to you in a lot of different ways, as once again driving the head of the Destroyer into the mat.
I've got to tell you, I'm a little bit surprised right now at just how one-sided this one's been. I thought the Destroyers would put on a better fight, but so far it's been all Fabulous Ones.
Well, it should be noted that the Destroyers took this match on very short notice. It was originally going to be members of the Temple of Five, but with the events taking place here in the last week and a half, and the fact that they had to crown a state champion here tonight, the Purple Haze now moving into that main event opportunity for the Florida Championship. And other members accounting for another one. We're going to see Kevin Sullivan, the leader of the Temple of Five, going one-on-one with Mike Graham here tonight. We still are waiting to find out more about what it is that Kevin Sullivan held over Mike Graham for many weeks, forcing him at one point to join the Temple of Five. And at some point in very near future, we're supposed to have some clarity on that.
I talked to Mike Graham myself just the other day in the locker room, and then he made it clear that he's going to be coming clean about this thing because he wants it out once and for all. He wants it over with. He doesn't want Kevin Sullivan to even think that he has anything to hold over him. He did say it was a matter of personal interest.
Destroyer number 2 just taking Steve Kern down. And now it is the Destroyer with Kern up in the air. Gut buster as he comes down hard across the knee. And now the Destroyer finally mounting some offense. Tag is made to Destroyer number 1.
Well, now the Destroyers finally have some offense going. They've got to try and build on it and see if they can get some momentum going, because up until this last couple of moments, it has really been all Fabulous Ones. And you're not going to win tag team titles if you can't get some sort of momentum behind your team.
Another quick tag, and suddenly it is the Destroyers making the quick tags in and out, and that is one of the keys to victory in tag team wrestling. Look at that from outside the ring. Destroyer number 1 just pulling Steve Kern off the apron. Now both Destroyers working over Steve Kern on the floor. Double gutbuster, and now the Fabulous Ones are in trouble. Kern fighting his way back with elbows to the midsection. And now let's see. Kern just dropped. The Destroyer dives back into the ring. Tremendous uppercut right there by Steve Kern.
Oh, what a clothesline right there on the Destroyer. He dropped him heavy. That's Destroyer number 2 in the ring. And now there's another tag. No, it looked like he was going to make the tag. Didn't happen.
Teardrops suplex nicely executed by the Destroyer, and Steve Kern once again now on the receiving end of the damage. There's that Irish whip out to the apron. And now Kern with the snapmare taking him over, and elbow to the point of the head. Steve Kern having his way at the moment. Now let's see if he thought he might be going to make the tag, and perhaps that's what he's looking to do right here. There's a tag made. Irish whip to the ropes he goes. Drop toe hold, and Stan Lane following up with the elbow. Lunging tag made, and now it is Destroyer number 1 into the match.
Well, Destroyer 1 came in. He ran in on Stan Lane, but he just ran into a clothesline and just about knocked the mask off of him.
And Stan Lane now, what has he got in mind? He drives that head once again into the mat, hooks the ankle, gets 1, 2, and no, brother, he almost got the 3 count right there.
Very, very close that time to getting that 3 count. Lane just got drove all the way up to the floor.
Stan Lane out on the floor here at the Eddie Graham Sports Complex, and now back into the ring he goes. Flying hit scissor, takes him down. Well executed right there by Stan Lane. Scoops him up in the air, down across the knee with a backbreaker. Irish whip sends him into the ropes, dropped down by Lane, comes up, flying drop kick right on the money.
Well, that drop kick right in the chest, knocking the wind, I believe, out of their sails. Another tag made. Let's see what the Fabulous Ones have in mind here.
Double back elbow, and that finds the mark. And now, look at this. Steve Kern feeling pretty confident, I've got to say. Oh, he just took the Destroyer off the mat, and just in the nick of time as he was looking for his partner, but he's not there.
Oh, he missed with that back elbow attempt. And now the Destroyer starting to find his way back into this one.
Northern Light suplex, but he wasn't able to hang on to it. Oh, sleeper hold is on.
He's got him in that sleeper hold. He's in trouble. I'm not sure how much of this he's going to be able to take.
Oh, the Destroyer is in trouble, and indeed, and if his partner doesn't make the tag very quick or come in and break this up, it could be all over. That's it. The referee calls for the bell, and it is over. There are your winners, and still the Florida Tag Team Champions, the Fabulous Ones, Stan Lane, Steve Kern.
Oh, what a great match it was. You know, the Destroyers really had short notice for this one, and I'm not trying to make any excuses for them. They came out and they started out pretty badly, to be honest with you, but then they made a good comeback towards the middle and even took the advantage for a little while there. But at the end of the day, the Tag Team Champions were just too much for them.
Well, as we look back on some of the moments right here, I thought Stan Lane was going to wrap it up at this moment. Well, just barely able to kick out was the Destroyer. And now we look at the double team right here. Pinpoint position by the Fabulous Ones. They've got to be considered one of the top tag champions, tag teams of all. There they are, your Florida Tag Team Champions, the Fabulous Ones, Stan Lane and Steve Kern. Fans, we've got plenty more action still to come right here. We invite you to stay with us as we work towards crowning a brand new Florida Heavyweight Champion. We'll be back with more right after this. right, fans, we are back, and we've got another championship on the line right here. This time it will be for the Bahamas Heavyweight Championship.
Well, Tyree Pride, ever since he took that title over in the Bahamas, he has really done a great job of defending it. As we see the challenger here tonight, Lou Fabiano, he's a bit of a journeyman, not necessarily the greatest win-loss record in world professional wrestling, but he's been in the ring with some of the greats, and you have to wonder how much he's picked up in those matches, and will it be enough for him to get over a guy like Tyree Pride?
Well, he's definitely not a pushover. He'll give Tyree Pride a fight for his money, but we'll see if he has what it takes to become the Bahamas champion here tonight. All right, this crowd is about to jump up to their feet because they really love Tyree Pride here. He is the Haitian sensation, Tyree Pride.
Very strong Haitian community here in the Central Florida area, and they do support him. Get a look at that championship title. He wears that thing very proudly. He does not want to give up the Bahamas title at any point in time, but certainly not here tonight.
Fans on hand getting ready for the second of 3 title matches here at the Eddie Graham. You can feel the electricity as it gets closer and closer to that main event.
Well, I, for one, am also looking forward very much to the Mike Graham, Kevin Sullivan match. It'll be Falls Count Anywhere here in the arena. And I can tell you right now, I think both of those men are going to take full advantage of that opportunity. And it's hard to say what will happen in that one.
Well, Mike Graham says this is the most personal he has ever had a match. He's been in many feuds over the years, but he said nothing has ever been as personal as it is here tonight. We're also going to be seeing Blackjack Mulligan in action with his son, Kendall Windham. Members of the House of Humperdinck will be out here. Shaking hands to start the match, and somehow they teleport to the same corner. 2K taking a page out of the book of Star Trek. Action underway. Fabiano is the man with the advantage early on in this one as he goes to work on Tyree Pride.
I think Fabiano knows he's got the most to make and lose out of this opportunity, really both ways, because he's got to get the win. He doesn't get many title opportunities. This is one of those, and if he was able to win this one, that would be big for him.
No doubt about it, but Tyree Pride with a drop kick right in the face, and Fabiano is down. Delivering a boot to the midsection, now goes for the cover. I don't know if that's going to be enough.
No, it's a little bit too early. I don't care who your opponent is, but as a professional wrestler, you don't get there by accident.
Now Tyree Pride with a big knee right to the face, staggering Fabiano. Now he's got him up over the shoulders, knocks him down across the top rope, and Fabiano's in trouble.
Well, he got the early start, but he hasn't been able to get anything in the way of momentum. Look at this move right there. Wow, what a move. Tyree Pride with a very inventive suplex, and Fabiano doesn't know what day of the week it is, I don't think, right now.
From Long Island, New York, Mr. Fabiano finding his way back into this one, but now it is Tyree Pride. Follows up with a very stiff forearm right to the jaw. Oh, brother, get a look at that slide-out drop kick, and Fabiano's in trouble as he comes up with a nice uppercut right there, but Tyree Pride just dropped Fabiano face first into the canvas, and I believe the beginning of the end. Went for a sunset flip, but he could not hold him. Fabiano is just out.
Well, Tyree Pride's going to go for the win right here, and this could be all she wrote.
Oh, and it's over. Well, how about that? Tyree Pride getting the win over Fabiano.
Well, you know, we mentioned earlier that he doesn't get a lot of title opportunities, and that was one of those matches that he really needed to win. The Bahamas Championship, a very prestigious title, that would have helped get him some notable. As we take a look right there, his head and neck snapped on that bottom rope, and I think that just took everything right out of Fabiano.
Well, so far we are 2 for 2 when it comes to champions retaining the title, but we know that that streak is about to come to an end shortly, because one way or another tonight we will be crowning a brand new Florida heavyweight champion.
Yeah, there's no avoiding that one. We've got a vacant title, and tonight we're going to fill that vacancy. Who's it going to be? Well, we're all going to find out together in just a little while.
All right, fans, we'll be back in just a moment. All right, fans, we are going to send you back to the locker room at this time, where we understand there's an interview about to be conducted with Mike Graham.
Well, good evening, everyone, and indeed, Stu Mayhem here in the locker room, and joining me at this time, Mike Graham. And Mike, tonight, you finally get the opportunity you've been wanting, which is to get your hands on Kevin Sullivan. One-on-one, falls will count anywhere inside the building, or for that matter, outside the building. You know something, Kevin Sullivan? You think you had me? You think you were going to blackmail me? You thought you had the power to make me join your Temple of Five? Well, I showed you something. You're not as smart as you think you are. So you've got your little temple assembled. That's great, because as I promised you, I'm going to break it down one at a time, starting with the head of the snake. Everyone knows how you kill a serpent. You cut the head off. Well, tonight, Kevin Sullivan, you better get ready, because I'm going to cut the head off this serpent. And I'm going to take that head, and I'm going to shove it so far down your own throat, you're going to be able to see what you had for dinner. All right, we're going to send you back now to ringside. Gordon Soley and Buddy Colt.
All right, well, those are the words of Mike Graham, who, again, we don't know what it is that was in that envelope many weeks ago. We understand we'll be finding out in the near future. Representing the Wyndham clan, Blackjack Mulligan, the patriarch, along with his son, Kendall Wyndham. This young man has really done well for himself here in the state of Florida.
Well, he had an opportunity to be in the title match later on tonight, but he wanted this opportunity not only to wrestle with his father, but to get some retribution on a couple of guys who've been a thorn in his side as of late.
And here comes opposition, and this is going to be interesting. Here they come. Two of the members of the Temple of Five, Big Ox Baker and Kendo Nagasaki.
Well, these are members, they were members, I should say, of the House of Humperdinck. Kevin Sullivan reached out to Oliver Humperdinck and said, "You've got some men that I like and I want." He got Kendo Nagasaki, he got the Ninja. Then he went out and he got Ox Baker to join, and it makes up their Temple of Five along with the Purple Haze, of course.
Well, we're going to be seeing the Purple Haze and the Ninja both in the championship matchup later on tonight. And we may have noticed in the background the Fallen Angel accompanying this team to ringside. Jack Mulligan, Kendall Windham are going to have to keep their eyes open at all times because the Fallen Angel has shown already that she will get involved to help out her team anytime she has to. She's out here in the absence of Kevin Sullivan. No doubt is getting ready for his match. Russian leg sweep right there, and there it is, just what I told you earlier. Fallen Angel up on the apron, distracting Blackjack Mulligan.
Look at this, Nagasaki just had it caught up in the rope, but manages to suplex. Blackjack Mulligan, probably the biggest guy in this match, although it's, I'll tell you what, Big Ox Baker might have a little bit of size advantage.
Big Ox Baker also uses that heart punch, and if he lands that move on you, it's usually all over. It'll stop your heart. Kendo Windham now the legal man in the ring, and Kendo Nagasaki able to take the youngster down. Windham giving up a lot of experience to the senior Nagasaki.
Well, Kendo Windham clearly with the least amount of experience of anyone in this matchup, but while he hasn't got the same in-ring experience, he's got a lot of good experience, and he also grew up in a family of wrestling, so he knows what he's doing in there, and that's going to do a lot to make up for some of the years in the ring. And one of the other things, having a lot of time in the ring is not always a good thing, because you've got more wear and tear on your body, whereas he's still young and fresh comparatively.
Well, there's definitely a point to be made there, but it is right now Big Ox Baker using that size advantage to manipulate and dominate Kendo Windham, but now Windham comes up with a bulldog, and down goes Big Ox Baker. Shoulder block by Baker. Now driving him with a slam to the mat. Ox Baker was featured in the movie Escape from New York with Kurt Russell. And now it is Blackjack Mulligan going to work on Baker here, and now Kendall Windham outside the ring, but he's managed to get back to his feet and back to the corner. Mulligan going to work on Baker. He's got him in trouble, but Baker manages to come out the back door, and somehow there's a steel chair in the ring. I didn't see that.
I didn't either. I don't know where that came from. Wow, suplex right there, very dangerous, because Blackjack Mulligan almost landed on that steel chair.
And now Kendall Nagasaki, he's got opportunity, but Blackjack Mulligan turns it inside out, goes for the neck breaker, nobody home, and they kick that steel chair halfway across the ring. Finally, the referee will get rid of it. Now the Fallen Angel outside the ring, she approves of what she's seeing from Kendo Nagasaki. This is his in-ring debut as a member of the Temple of Five.
Well, it's my understanding that, what happened with Mike Graham turning on Kevin Sullivan back in the Battle of the Belts escalated the need by Kevin Sullivan to fill his slots up. And he went crazy after that. He decided he was going to fill the temple up as quickly as possible. You wonder if he didn't rush to judgment, perhaps, if maybe this isn't the right team for one another. But so far, they're looking pretty good.
Well, I would say Kendo Nagasaki and the Ninja had already proven themselves as a house of Humperdinck, so Ox Baker might be the unknown factor here, although we know his track record, and it seems like he'd be a natural fit for Kevin Sullivan. Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and now here comes the double team once again. Irish whip to the ropes, elbows right to the chest, and Blackjack Mulligan trying to make it to the corner, but he will not be successful. Kendo Nagasaki with an elbow. Blackjack Mulligan now throwing Nagasaki back down to the mat. Double sledgehammer to the back, and now Kendo Nagasaki is in trouble. Blackjack Mulligan looking to see if he can follow it up, and he does.
Nice pump handle slam right there. Blackjack Mulligan, of course, formerly one half of the Blackjacks with Blackjack Lanza, so he knows about tag team wrestling. He's no stranger to it. Tagging up with his son, you know, it's going to be a very personal. As a father in sports, I don't know if there's anything that could be better than to have an opportunity to be on the same team as your son. You think about the great Gordie Howe when he had a chance to play with his sons in the NHL.
Here's the tag made, and now here comes Kendall Windham, and he is going to work on Kendo Nagasaki, taking a page out of the book. Windham with a senton splash.
Well, Kendall Windham right now is starting to really get the momentum behind him as he follows up with a few good moves, including a big knee drop right to the face.
Now it is Kendo Nagasaki with the opportunity. Nagasaki and the Ninja were on pace to take the tag team champions to task. You have to wonder if Kevin Sullivan has the same plans for them or perhaps something different. Oh, he's got that vice grip on. We've seen it before. No one has escaped it yet.
He's got that grip right on the throat, but it's not illegal. I'm not sure. There's a nerve right there. And Kendall Windham survives it, and he's the first one I've seen do that.
I have to agree. We've seen a lot of people. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There it is. Kendo Nagasaki. Windham's now referee in position. There's one. Save made by Blackjack Mulligan. Once again, Kendall Windham choking out Kendo Nagasaki.
Oh, I'll tell you, this is getting out of control now. Referee's going to have to do something to try and get this one back.
Kendo Nagasaki doing a number on Kendall Windham. Now he's in trouble. The young man is going to have to figure a way to get the tag to his father before it's too late.
Well, you'll notice, though, Kendall Nagasaki has nobody to tag in his corner right now. Ox Baker's outside the ring.
Kevin Sullivan has very high expectations of everybody in the Temple of Five, and a loss here tonight is not something he would take very lightly.
I got a funny feeling Kevin Sullivan's got his own problems to worry about tonight.
Nagasaki just got caught by Kendall Windham. And now here comes the Bronco. Caught him with that big Texas clothesline, and now the referee once again distracted by the fallen angel. Into the corner he goes. Now Kendall Windham has him set up. Here it is. There's the Bulldog. Kendall Windham with the Bulldog, and now Nagasaki is in trouble.
Well, he's got him down, but even Kevin Windham right now is so gassed he didn't have the opportunity to go for the cover. Now he does, hooks the leg.
He's got two. Then he gets the win.
What a victory that was. I'll tell you, it didn't look too good for them for a little while there. We're going to look back on some of this.
Ox Baker with that snapping of the neck right there. And again, look at the double team effort right here by the Temple of Five. We look back here, this is the first time I've seen anyone here in the state of Florida survive that Japanese death grip. He had that green mist. We don't know much about it, but that was on his hand, and Kendall Windham survived that as well. Got to give a lot of credit to Kendall Windham. The youngster did a tremendous job here tonight representing the family. He and his father, Blackjack Mulligan, victorious. Fans, we've got some big matches coming your way. You won't want to miss them. Kevin Sullivan, Mike Graham. We've got the Florida Heavyweight Championship will be decided. Stay with us. Plenty more action coming here from the Eddie Graham Sports Stadium right here for these words. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to go back to the locker room once again. Stu Mayhem is back there, and he's got Kevin Sullivan. Oh, thank you very much, Gordon. Indeed, I am joined by the Prince of Darkness, as he refers to himself, Kevin Sullivan, and you're getting ready to go up against Mike Graham, who says this is the most personal match he's ever been involved in. What do you have to say?
Mike Graham, if you think this is personal now, wait till it's over. You tried to play Kevin Sullivan. You took advantage of me. You took gold away from me. You took food off my table. And you tried to cripple the Temple of Five, but it didn't happen. I spoke to the great Buddha Dean, and he made it clear. As I ate the cosmic cookie, I knew what I had to do. And tonight, I am gonna finish what you started. Good luck, because you're gonna need it.
All right, there are the words of Kevin Sullivan. And again, this match, there are pinfall or submission anywhere in the arena. There is Kevin Sullivan. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Mike Graham. He's not going to wait for introductions. He's coming right down the ring. And down goes Kevin Sullivan. Steel chair in hand, and Mike Graham looking to get this one off right away.
Well, I'll tell you, whatever it was that Kevin Sullivan decided he had on Mike Graham has just gone out of his way. Look at that shot to the head right there. This match might be over already.
He nailed him with that steel chair. And now Graham, what's he gonna do?
Well, you see the referee standing by because the pinfall can take place anywhere. And I mean anywhere.
Mike Graham now has got Kevin Sullivan up and throws him into the guardrail here at ringside. These two men fighting their way up the aisle. They're going the opposite direction of the ring. Oh, and now Kevin Sullivan fighting his way back. Inverted atomic knee drop on Mike Graham.
Well, that'll change the tide right away. Graham is in trouble. But who wouldn't be after that? That's a devastating maneuver and very difficult to come back from.
Now it is Kevin Sullivan taking advantage of the momentum that is clearly in his favor. Graham face first into the concrete floor. Sullivan going for, I believe, looked like a pile driver, but Mike Graham has found a way to get back into this. Oh, choking him out right out there in the aisle. Goes for the cover, and Graham says, no, not yet. I am not done with you. We are so looking forward to finding out exactly what it is that has transpired between these two men. We don't know what was in that envelope that he brought out several weeks back, did Kevin Sullivan, but we will find out very soon. What's going on here? These two men heading backstage, it looks like. And now the action has moved backstage. Our camera's trying to keep up with it. Exchanging blows. Mike Graham with Kevin Sullivan. Out he goes. And now Graham, oh, just did a running bulldog onto the steel chair.
Kevin Sullivan's in all kinds of trouble. Mike Graham just drove that steel trash can into the midsection of Kevin Sullivan.
Mike Graham drove him down on the steel chair, and Sullivan is bleeding. Kevin Sullivan is a bloody mess, and Mike Graham going to take advantage of this opportunity. Now it is Kevin Sullivan fighting his way back into this one. The blood running down the face of Kevin Sullivan. Now he's got the steel chair. Sullivan, his face quickly becoming a crimson mask, and now Graham trying desperately to fight his way back into this one.
Kevin Sullivan, nice move right there with that bulldog here on the concrete floor. Mike Graham is in trouble, and Sullivan knows that he's got to take advantage of it somehow.
Sends him into the equipment here, back in the backstage area. Now it is Graham. Well, the bulldog. Mike Graham now sending Kevin Sullivan back towards the entrance.
Well, both of these men really letting it all hang out because there is obviously some bad blood. We know there is. But I'll tell you, I've not seen this side of Mike Graham ever.
Generally speaking, Mike Graham likes to be considered. Mike Graham likes to be considered a wrestler, not a brawler, but in this case, he's making an exception. And now we are back here inside the main arena. Kevin Sullivan going for the cover. Oh, 2 count, and Mike Graham able to get up.
That was very, very close, and Graham is in trouble.
Well, he is, but he's fighting his way back, and Kevin Sullivan now catching all of it. Up in the air, Mike Graham slammed on the concrete floor here in the Eddie Realm. Named after his father. Once again, Kevin Sullivan attempting the pin. He gets 2.
Well, you see the look on Kevin Sullivan's face. He's trying to figure out, what do I have to do?
Mike Graham is in trouble right now, and he better figure a way to get up before it's too late. Kevin Sullivan dropping the elbow. And again, he hooks the leg. Oh, and he gets the win. Kevin Sullivan is victorious.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you, there'll be no listening to the end of this one. Kevin Sullivan somehow managed to pull that one off, but look at him. He doesn't look like a guy who just won a fight, does he?
No, he doesn't, but the fact remains Sullivan was victorious over Mike Graham, and I'm sure we have not heard the last of these 2 men. All right, fans, we are back here at the Eddie Graham, and it is time. We are going to do something we don't get to see very often here in Florida wrestling, but there is not only going to be a champion decided here tonight, but it's going to be one of the most unusual, most dangerous matches that is reserved for matches of this magnitude for a reason. The championship title is currently hanging some 15 feet above the ring, and the only way to secure that belt and bring it down is to climb a ladder while 7 other men are trying to keep you from obtaining it.
Well, I've been waiting to see this one for over a week now since it was announced that it was going to happen, and this is going to be a tremendous matchup as we get a look at the first entrant, Brian Blair, This young man has come on the scene here in the Florida area, and we've only seen him a couple times, but he's done very well for himself. Huge opportunity for him to come in and walk out as the Florida champion.
Well, when you look at a match like this, I mean, there are several factors to take into account. I would think that this is going to favor somebody who's a little bit more nimble and agile, because you'll be able to climb that ladder perhaps quicker than a larger opponent. Here comes one of the all-time favorites here in the state of Florida, Barry Windham, out of Sweetwater, Texas. We saw his brother and his father wrestling earlier tonight.
Well, Barry Windham has always done very well for himself here at the Eddie Graham, so would not surprise me one bit to find out that he would walk out of here tonight as a Florida heavyweight champion. Of course, he and Lex Luger, good friends.
Of course, Lex Luger has made the headlines once again after what happened in the NWA Championship Wrestling program yesterday. For those of you that didn't watch it on the Nation Network, you may want to check that out. The NWA World Champion attacked by people that he would have thought had his back.
Well, this is actually very interesting, because as we see Mike Rotundo coming to the ring, him and Barry Windham, they have been tag team partners many, many occasions with a lot of success. But tonight they're both going after a common goal. And unfortunately, because it's a singles title, you really don't have any friends. Friendships have to be outside the window.
You wonder how much that may weigh on a match of this nature. I mean, if the two of them are both climbing the ladder at the same time, will they be able to put friendships aside and do what has to be done in order to secure that championship? And if not, somebody else is going to come along that will. The All-American out of Syracuse, New York, Mike Rotundo. These fans about to witness something that we have not seen in Florida wrestling before. And here comes one of the members of the House of Humperdinck. He recently acquired the rights to this man, superstar Billy Graham. World-renowned former world heavyweight champion. The superstar here in the Florida area now, and that is going to be trouble for a lot of other people.
No doubt about it. Superstar Billy Graham indeed is a man's man. He's a former world champion, as you alluded to. He has been in the ring with the biggest and the best names in the history of professional wrestling. The Bruno Sammartinos, the Bob Backlunds, the Pedro Morales, and the list just goes on and on. Dusty Rhodes, you name him, he's been in the ring with them. And if that's not a reason to give him an advantage in a match like this, then I don't know what is.
Well, the fact that he's now undergone the tutelage of Sir Oliver Humperdinck, that just makes things a little bit worse, in my opinion. Get a look at some of the young fans here at ringside enjoying the action. History about to be made here at the Eddie Graham Sports Arena. And here comes another youngster on his way to the ring, Sam Houston. Has come on the scene here in the last several weeks. He has done pretty well for himself in the NWA. Sam Houston really has just taken the wrestling fans here by storm. They're really getting behind this young man, supporting him. Another man out of the state of Texas, this youngster. Much like Barry Windham, Kendall Windham, Blackjack Mulligan, names we saw earlier. Very strong representation of the state of Texas here in Florida wrestling. And speaking of which, we've still got one more Texan in this match.
Oh, here he is right there. This is bad news.
Indeed it is. Cowboy Ron Bass making his way down to the ring. And again, another member of the House of Humperdinck. But that same as we mentioned earlier about Mike Rotundo and Barry Windham, Blackjack Mulligan is going to be in this match with another member of the House of Humperdinck, and he's got to be willing to put that behind him. Excuse me, Cowboy Ron Bass. He's got to be able to leave that behind him in order to secure the championship, which I don't think he'll have a problem with that.
No, absolutely not. He'd probably throw his mother off the ladder to get the Florida championship. Ron Bass, he's just got a mean streak a mile wide.
All right, fans, now representing the Temple of Five, here comes the Purple Haze. The man that we once knew as Mark Lewin.
I'll tell you, this guy is not quite right in the head, if you know what I'm saying. Kevin Sullivan's really done a number on his mind. Mark Lewin was, at one point in time, was somebody we very much respected, but since becoming the Purple Haze, well, he's pretty much doing the bidding of Kevin Sullivan, and just surprised a lot of people. I know that. I was surprised by it.
As we get a look at the Purple Haze. This one's going to be one for the record books, fans. I'll tell you that you've got one collection of 8 men out there that have no love for one another. I believe there will be a lot of fallout from this one, no matter who wins the match. There will be more than could be a complete total loss of. As we get ready now to see one of the newest members of the Temple of Five. This young man has absolutely stunned people here in the Florida area with his abilities and his acrobatic talents, the Ninja. Coming from the same dojo as names like the Great Kabuki, just to name a couple. Don't let the look fool you. He's a young man. He's not the biggest guy in the ring, but this may very well be the perfect match for him, because when we talk about somebody who can quickly scale that ladder and pull that title down, I'll tell you, this guy is as quick as a cat. This young man can leap.
Well, wouldn't it be a huge feather in the cap of Kevin Sullivan after acquiring the Ninja if all of a sudden the Ninja walks out on day one representing the Temple of Five as the Florida Heavyweight Champion?
Well, that would be something that he would be very, very happy with, no doubt about it. All right, fans, that's what it's about right there. The Florida Heavyweight Championship. It was held by Lex Luger. title be held by somebody else. The question is who and how long. 8 men fighting for one title. Superstar Billy Graham, Barry Windham going to work. And look at this, Marco and the Purple Haze and Ninja, the teammates going to work on each other outside the ring. We told you there were no friends in this one.
See Brian Blair going up now, and he's going to work on Sam Houston. Mike Rotundo going up with Cowboy Ron Bass. I mean, this is going to be absolutely amazing to see the different combinations of battles and feuds taking place. Superstar Billy Graham really going to work now, but he's on the receiving end by Barry Windham.
Oh, and out to the floor he goes, and now everyone's out there except for Barry Windham. Action all over the floor now. Barry Windham has got the ladder. Barry Windham coming back in the ring. Superstar Billy Graham takes that steel ladder right to the head. It's all legal in this one.
There's almost too much action to call in this one. We've got 4 guys fighting in the aisle. We've got 2 guys outside the ring. And we've got Superstar Billy Graham and Barry Windham both now climbing that ladder, trying to reach that. Barry Windham going to work on Superstar Billy Graham. Sam Houston going to work.
And now Barry Windham has got that title. And now Windham being knocked off the ladder all the way down.
Barry Windham out on the floor now. Mike Rotundo's out on the floor. We've got Superstar Billy Graham in the ring. Sam Houston has got that ladder and just nailed Superstar Billy Graham with it.
Sam Houston had his hands on the championship. Will that be as close as he gets? We don't know, but Windham, and look at it, both men crashing to the floor.
Such a dangerous match. You have these 2 guys on a ladder some 7-8 feet up in the air. All of a sudden, the guy comes in, knocks it out from under you, go crashing down. Hard to say how you'll land. You look at Mike Rotundo out on the floor right now. He's in trouble.
Windham just caught the Ninja upside the head, and now turning his attention to the Purple Haze. Meantime, out on the aisle, we've got bodies everywhere.
Brian Blair, I believe, is in the aisleway, and he's having trouble. Superstar Billy Graham right now going to work on Barry Windham. Windham does a good job of blocking right there. Now what's he going to do?
Irish with Superstar Billy Graham all the way down. Mike Rotundo, bulldog by Barry Windham, his former tag team partner.
Well, again, there are no friends in this one. You've got to get that ladder, and you've got to get that title. And if you're going to worry about friendship, then you're going to probably not win the match.
Barry Windham once again taking out another one. This time Brian Blair. Mike Rotundo going for the pile driver. Oh, on the ladder.
Barry Windham's in trouble right now. He might not be doing anything else in this match after that one.
He came down on that ladder, I'll tell you right now.
Windham and Rotundo have been going now back and forth for a little bit. Barry Windham just took out Ron Bass, and we know that those 2 have no love for each other, that's for sure.
Barry Windham with a nice suplex right there on Mike Rotundo, who goes out to the floor.
Well, Wyndham's got that ladder set up, and he's going up after that title one more time. He's been there before tonight. Look at this. Sam Houston is going to try his luck.
Meantime, look out. Climbing the ladder of 6. Oh, what a move right there. The Purple Haze just taking Barry Windham out.
Now Superstar Billy Graham going outside the ring. We've got Ron Bass on the floor. The Ninja. Look at the move by the Ninja.
He just went all the way from the top rope to the floor on Brian Blair.
Mike Rotundo is very close to becoming the Florida champion right now.
Everyone fighting. Everyone taking a shot, and down goes Mike Rotundo. Look at this. Sam Houston has got the title. Can he pull it down? Action inside the ring. Action outside the ring.
Look at this, what a move right there. Sam Houston was so close to becoming the heavyweight champion here in the state of Florida.
Now it is Barry Windham moving around the ring. Look at the blood flowing down the head of Barry Windham. That is the result of the attack of the Purple Haze.
Oh, now look at this, Ron Bass going to work with that steel ladder. Of course, Ron Bass, the former Florida heavyweight champion until he was dethroned by Lex Luger. You know he wants that title back.
He's got Windham up, and now Barry Windham. What a clothesline, taking him out.
Windham just took out Muda at the same time.
Windham has got, well, I'm not sure what he's doing here. Barry Windham just putting that ladder out to the floor. We've got bodies everywhere. Barry Windham, his face is quickly becoming a crimson mask as the blood continues to flow down the face of Barry Windham.
Well, now we've got 2 ladders in the ring. One wasn't enough. Barry Windham going up. Mike Rotundo's going up with him.
Oh, well, he just took Rotundo out. Barry Windham, and he's got it.
Barry Windham has become the Florida heavyweight champion just like that.
What an impressive victory. Overcoming all odds.
We take a look back at some of the highlights of this one. There was so much action to try and keep your eyes on. Look at the blood-soaked face of Barry Windham, but he is the Florida heavyweight champion.
He's going to need medical attention after this one, I'll tell you that right now. Fans, we want to thank all of you for watching us here on the Nation Network. We truly, truly appreciate your support and your continued viewership. Until next time, this is Gordon Soley from the Sunshine State saying so long, everyone.